And what's the motherfucking deal, YouTube? This your boy, Coach Dante, YT in the building, man. Please comment, like, and subscribe on this video, man. Like I say, I had 15 views on my last video. Just want to kick this off like this. All I ever ask for you guys to, drop a like for me. You don't have to watch the video, just drop a like. But it's like kind of no reason why I should have 15 views and only one like and one person watch the video, man. If y'all really rock with me and support me the way y'all say y'all do, man, all I ask to do is kind of drop a like. If you want to comment, you could, but just drop a like for you, boy, man. That's all I'm asking. Same thing on this video, man. If y'all want to just comment on the video or drop a like, man. You guys don't even have to watch the video or nothing like that. I mean, y'all guys, just drop a like. That's all I ask. That's all I ask is to drop a like. Drop a sub. Drop a sub if you're new, man. So let's get right into the video again. I'm playing this game again early this morning. Big shout out to my baby, my love. Big shout out to Shauna. Love you so much. Big shout out to my best friend Ashley Nicole Nelson. Shout out to Swavy Gang. Shout out to Taylor. Queen of Threes. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to everybody that support my channel. Big shout out to y'all. Love you guys. Love all my supporters. Love everybody that support the channel, man. I really appreciate you guys. And shout out to Steven Rose, CG Sports. Shout out to Sam Dog. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to everybody that pretty much rock with me and support me through thick and thin. Big shout out to you guys, man. I love you guys, man. Let's get right into the video. Did the LA Clippers? This is gonna be the answer, and I want people to comment up on this. If you're a fan of the Clippers or something like that, comment up on this, y'all. Did the Clippers achieve expectations? I think they did. I think they had a good season. Despite they made their first Western Conference Finals, something they couldn't even get out the second round. They couldn't even get out the second. They couldn't even get out the second round. This is a team that lost 3-1 leads. They lost against my Houston Rockets. They lost that 3-1 lead. That was the biggest of them all. Then they lost they lost against that heartbreaking defeat against the OKC Thunder. Years back when Chris Paul turned the basketball over, and then they end up losing that game 5, and then they end up losing the series. So like I say again, man, it was a heartbreaking series for them to lose. But like I say, they in the very next year they lost against the Portland. They lost against the Portland Trailblazers. They lost against the Portland Trailblazers, I think, in 6 games. Chris Paul and Blake Griffin went down with injuries on that. That was the end of the Chris Paul era right there. And then they come back. They get Paul George. They get Kawhi Leonard, because Kawhi Leonard didn't even want to be in San Antonio no more after winning a championship in Toronto. They get him. Kawhi Leonard asked for Paul George. The first year, they lose a 3-1 lead to the Denver Nuggets. They lose a 3-1 lead basically to the Denver Nuggets. So other than that, man, that was a disappointing season because despite that, they lost a 3-1 lead. They lost a 3-1 lead in that series to the Denver Nuggets. So they come back this year. They struggle in the playoffs. They down 0-2. They down 0-2 in the playoffs. They both in the Dallas series. So like I say again, they struggle in the Dallas series. A lot of people was gonna rule them out. They're not gonna come back. But then again, they find a way. Kawhi Leonard puts his foot down in game 6. In game 6 of that series, they end up winning, beating the Dallas Mavericks. Then he gets hurt against the Utah Jazz. He gets hurt against the Utah Jazz, and all of a sudden, Paul George has this big game. They have a big 20. The Utah Jazz have a big 25-point lead, and all of a sudden, it's blown. The Utah Jazz blow it. The best comeback that they ever had. The best comeback probably all in history of the game of basketball. Terrence Mann had the game pretty much of his career, of his life in that game. So like I say, they end up going to the second round. They end up playing. They end up playing in the second round. They end up coming back in that second round series. They end up coming back in that second round series and winning that second round series. Tyronn Lue is a great head coach. He's an awesome head coach. Terrence Mann had the playoffs to me of his life. Reggie Jackson, people just forgot how good. But like I say again, Reggie Jackson was. Reggie Jackson was very, very good when he was with Detroit, when he was healthy. Detroit was able on making the playoffs. They were making the playoffs when he was healthy. The one year they didn't make the playoffs, he stayed hurt. He came back too late. He came back way too late. He came back way too late in the play. In the season, and him and Blake Griffin could not get a rhythm together. And Reggie Jackson was a 20-point scorer when he was with the Detroit Pistons. So people forgot how he was. He had an awesome playoffs. Like I say, every time the Phoenix Suns tried to get up a hand, Reggie and any other team, Reggie Jackson just shoot the lights out, man. And like I say, Reggie Jackson is a very good player. Nicholas Batum, his defense. Patrick Beverly able to get into guys, frustrate guys. Tyronn Lue and Chauncey Billups over there, they know everything about championship ball and playoff basketball because they was a part of championship teams. They were a part of championship teams. So, like I say, man, I think this was a good season for the Los Angeles Clippers. I think they kind of achieved expectations a little bit just because, man, the injury to Kawhi Leonard, and like I say again, injuries happen every day in the sport of basketball, in the sport of football, and all around. Injuries happen every day. And like I say, man, they was able to make the Western Conference Finals, man, without Kawhi Leonard, Valencia Zubac, and Serge Ibaka. They was able to make the Western Conference Finals, and Paul George was able to step his game up when they were needed. He wasn't needed last night because Chris Paul just all of a sudden got hot, and the Phoenix Suns were playing way too well in that game. Way too well. They got way too much momentum from the start of the game, and then the third quarter happened when Chris Paul got erupted, self-destruct pretty much on them, and put him out the game. That 41-point explosion, and after that, man, like I say, I thought that was a good season. Some of the people in the comment section or whatever, or Clippers fans gonna say it was not a good season. They didn't achieve expectations, but they made it to their first Western Conference Finals. Like I said, without Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George was able to lead those guys to the Western Conference Finals. And Reggie Jackson, Terrence Mann, the guys that was on the floor, man. Like I say, hey, the Rock, I mean, they played very well. So that's the end of the video, man. To me, I think the Clippers did okay. I think the Clippers achieved expectations, and it's going to be an interesting offseason just to see what they're going to do to Kawhi Leonard, if they're going to trade him, or what's going to happen, man. But they definitely had a good season, man. Comment, like, and subscribe on this video, man. What you guys think? Did the Clippers achieve expectations? Thank you, guys. I'm out. Much love. Peace.